Nature and architecture, in theory, are in conflict. But it actually isn't. It should never be one prevailing over the other. When the transition between indoor and outdoor is seamless, I feel that that is truly a successful result. I am Beatrice Girelli, and I designed the Westin Maui. My mom is an art historian, so I was taken to archaeological sites, galleries very early on. And living in Rome, you are exposed by default to history and architecture, which gave me an appreciation for fine arts and the power of visual in general. That naturally led into a career in architecture. There was a sense of frustration when I was in school because I felt that the discussion about architecture and design was overly conceptual. Because at the end of the day, architecture is not just an object, it's a usable, living organism. So it was important for me to find a place where I would be able to design with experience in mind. Mother Nature is the ultimate designer because the design produced by nature are truly the perfect blend of form and function. For me, travel is all about the excitement of discovery. I look for the off the beaten path. I've been traveling to Hawaii for many years now, Maui in particular. It's a beautiful island. It truly is a land of contrast. It has so much richness and so many layers. It's a beautiful place where to be reminded of how powerful nature is and how perfect actually is. At the inception of this project, I knew I had to bring as much of the quiet power of the world outside into the spaces. The foundation of our narrative for the design of the Westin Maui is based on a few lines of a poem that was found in the Bishop Library in Honolulu. And it talks about these million points of light that are these droplets of morning dew. Here is nature telling this story of regeneration almost every day. I truly believe that there is a way with every single project to add value to the experience by taking what we call a biophilic approach, to open up the indoor to the outdoor and vice versa, creating a space that is more peaceful. So our project started from the main road, and it featured this enormous, very old monkey paw tree that was just a sculpture in itself. We introduced hanging elements of light that created this dappled effect that leads you to the entrance. And then you immediately are transported into a much more controlled space, creating a compression space at the beginning of like a journey. We layered both walls with this seamless installation of ferns. And we have very sculptural elements suspended on the ceiling. Everything frames waterfall that's anticipating your journey. We redesigned the main pool where you have very organic contour, and it becomes a very private oasis. So the Lanai Lounge truly is completely open on three sides, that it's infinite. You always have a water view that surrounds you, and it's water planes that merge into the subsequent one. the core of the design process is completely human, kind of centered. We like to think of design only as a visual experience, but actually design is perceived through all the senses at many different levels. Even thinking of the least conventional senses, like the sense of time, the sense of direction, the sense of place, sense of balance. These are things that people don't normally pay attention to, yet they're fundamental principles that create and guide our experience of life. Over the years, I have realized just how much this project has become a part of me. This renovation had to be a reminder of the essence of what makes Maui truly Maui. I think sometimes we forget that we were and we still are part of nature. We're not separate from it. And the narrative isn't exactly centered on us. It needs to be more of a conversation. And if we slow down long enough to change our pace and take it all in, we realize just how much we have learned from it.